All right, guys, our next bit of movie news today. Um, I'm not. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. There is a Dungeons and Dragons movie, or rather series, in the works. From the writer of John Wick. Um, this is. I feel like every couple of years there's another D&D project that comes up either in the movies or in television. Again, this could be really cool. It could be really cool. This article from the Hollywood Reporter mentions the name of Chris Pine. I don't know why they mention his name because the way they mention here. Let me jump into this real quick. Um, let's go into the web browser. All right, cool. So one of the writers from John Wick is penning a script for a TV show. They say even as Paramount and Hasbro's filmed entertainment studio E1 are in the casting stages of a live-action Dungeons and Dragons feature film, Hasbro and E1 is also laying the groundwork for a television series based on the fantasy role-playing game. Derek Kolstad, the creator and writer behind the John Wick franchise, has been tapped to pen and develop a pitch for a live-action series based on the Dungeons and Dragons universe. Moving down, affectionately referred to D&D, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, we understand what D&D is. Dungeons and Dragons. Paramount and E1 are also mounting a feature set to star Chris Pine that is due to lens later this year. So, okay, so Chris Pine is attached. Chris Pine is attached to the film Dungeons and Dragons. That it's supposed to start shooting later this year. We'll see if that happens. I don't know. I'm a little dubious. Like I said, every few years I kind of feel like we go through this song and dance of, hey, Dungeons and Dragons. Hey, Dungeons and Dragons. And while Lord of the Rings revolutionized what a fantasy film could look like and feel like, and give it the epic scale and uniqueness that it did, or rather the genre, I feel like there's a certain quality to Dungeons and Dragons that needs to be experienced. And I'm not so sure that you can. I mean, of course you can. Of course you can write an amazing script and have amazing directors and have amazing actors and amazing producers and you can do everything right and have this incredible epic whatever, right? The question becomes what makes it uniquely Dungeons and Dragons. Here's the thing. If you're not already familiar with D&D, D&D is a role-playing game. It's an imaginary game where, yes, you play characters, but you're sitting around a table rolling a die, and then you're discussing your ideas and your plans and your tactics and what it is that you're going to do out loud as a character. So, say for instance, if I don't know, who's a here we go, powdered toast man. There we go. Powdered Toast Man. Let's just say in D&D I'm playing the character of Powdered Toast Man, and Powdered Toast Man is a wizard, right? Powdered Toast Man, as the wizard in this universe, I can, there is no physical action figure of Powdered Toast Man on the table. It all happens in my imagination. I imagine myself to be Powder Toast Man, and I am a wizard, and in my imagination I find myself in front of an orc, and this orc is wielding a battle axe, and he swings at me. And these are all instructions given to me by by the dungeon master, by the game master, whoever's running the game. You have one person in charge of the whole game, and then like 3 or 4 or 5, however many people playing this role-playing game, right? And then as the wizard, maybe I'll say something like, "Oh, I cast a spell that freezes the orc in space and time, and he will never be able to move again." And the dungeon master rolls the die, and depending on 1 through 20, he or she determines the strength of the spell that I just cast. If it's a 1, well then, I probably didn't cast a strong enough spell. But if it's a 20, boom. Orc is frozen forever. If it's a 19, maybe he's frozen for like 100 years and he gets to thaw out or something. I don't know. All based on the rules of the Dungeon Master, right? So that is the fun. That is the purpose of a Dungeons and Dragons property, right? I think it's the same problem that we find in video game movies. Why do video game movies not work? It's because it's the gameplay that makes it fun, that makes it interesting. I'm sure that they can come up with a really fun and creative and interesting story, but the thing that makes D&D so unique is the gameplay aspect, the imaginary portion. If they did it as like a choose your own adventure kind of thing, that could work maybe. I don't know. I don't know how Dungeons and Dragons themed film or television series is going to work. It could work, and it could work very well. I mean, like I said, I keep referencing Lord of the Rings, but that's like the quintessential D&D experience movie that we've ever had, or the closest thing to a D&D kind of movie, right? It could work. It could work really well. I just compare it to like video game movies and say it's the gameplay that makes it fun and unique experience. I don't know if they can capture lightning in a bottle. I mean, maybe. I hope so. They have talented writers. And especially with someone from the John Wick franchise, it sounds like this kind of thing could be high action, high octane. I don't know. I don't know. Question is for you guys. What do you think of another Dungeons and Dragons property? I mean, we've seen a few movies, a few television shows, animated, both animated and live action in the past. Most of them haven't worked, but do you think this could work? Jump on down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you like this video, click like. If you really like this video, click subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, click share. Because that is exactly what Pee Wee Herman would want you to do. Ha ha ha.